All right, we're gonna do this Throwback Thursday. I don't know, we're gonna have a whole lot of noise in the background, whole different scene going on today. You all know that the music is not happening today, just a little bit different because I'm in a different environment. Actually traveling a little bit, visiting my grandchildren. So uh, everything is seeing different. There's people outside talking. You're gonna hear probably people talking in the background, but we still gonna get the message across to people. I want to say happy Thursday to you. Hope everybody's having an amazing Thursday. You're staying safe, you're staying conscious, but you're staying woke. So today, what is it all about? Today it's about watch pop never boils. Now, I heard that a long time ago, but I never ever heard it until recently again, and I was like, wow, I wonder what that means. So looked up the meaning. It said a few things. It said that it's when time moves so slow that you're waiting for something, or it's the only thing that you have on your mind. And so your mind is totally occupied by this one particular thing. And so you have to be really aware of that. But I called up a few other people, some older people to find out what they thought about it. And they said a watch pot never boils also can relate to generational raising of children. And so they said they always looked at it from that perspective. And I asked somebody who was raised in the South, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and they said that it was always used amongst the community that if people watched, controlled, governed, disciplined, and gave their children advice, that the children would never, ever become the term we have heard delinquent. So they said a watch pot will never boil. Versus if you let a pot fill it with water or fill it with some ingredients and you just walk away from it and go to doing something else, that eventually it will boil, it will burn. So it came back from that particular initiative. And I was talking to someone today and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do or what story I'm going to have had a few in tow. And why this one came to the forefront is because I was reflecting yesterday. If you saw my post, excuse me, earlier on my video on my page on YouTube, you might have saw some pictures that I was at the zoo. Took my grandchildren, two of my grandchildren, my daughter. We went to the zoo, North Carolina Zoo, and the zoo was open, but most people said, "Are you going to be? Make sure that you're safe. You have this." But the zoo has everything going on in order. They have a time entry, and so it's almost like golf. Your tee time is a certain time, and you'll be so far ahead of the people who are coming behind you that if you walk at an adequate pace, then you shouldn't interfere with other people coming from behind you. And there's areas where they have the signs that say mask required. So you're good, and it's a good opportunity for people to get out the house. A lot of mothers were out there with their children saying this is the only opportunity they have to get their children out the house prior to going back to school. Now that's another topic we might touch on before we end this, or we may talk about it in some other future endeavors. But one of the things is that what really came to attention was that just how some of the parenting is taking place now. And, you just see parents just parenting different from the way I parent and the way that I was parented and the way my parents were parented. And so it's so funny that you see children right now making demands. You see children commanding things happen at this particular moment, and you see parents who have actually given into that, and they've actually taken the role of sort of the child versus the parent. And that's really, really interesting. It's really interesting to see how the events have changed. And so when I think about that, I'm like, a watch pot will never boil. It's not the fact that you have to be abusive with your child, but you have to be assertive because life is a little different now. Things are a little different. People are a little bit different. We may have had predators growing up, but they weren't as exposed as they are now. And I think that you have to watch your children a little bit more for them to be able to enjoy the formalities and just the thing, the life, just life in general. And so uh, the watch pot will boil sort of means that you have to really be, I think, a little bit more diligent in how you raise your children, one, or even if it means that you're so focused on one particular thing happening in your life that you forget all of the other things that are around you or all the other blessings that could be around you. This is the time. This pandemic seems to uh, be at a standstill. It's really not moving the way that some of those who really don't know what they're talking about are perceive that it's going to move. So you need to be taking the time right now to find what you want to do. You should already have it in action. You should already have been working on it. We've been in the house since February. It is now August, and so you should have been working on some executed plan of action that will give you all of the things that you need to be successful moving forward. And so you shouldn't be thinking now. You should have been thinking, you should have executed and put it together. And so as we talk about moving forward, uh, a watch pot never boils would also be that a watch pot that you allow to boil will also give you a result, will give you a result of what the purpose you're boiling the substance inside the pot for. And so I'm just going to take it a little bit further and say that a watch pot will never boil, but a watch pot that boils is doing the job that you asked it to do. And so as we move forward, and as you think about what you're doing going forward and how you're planning right now for 2021, I think that you need to be working on all of the things that you thought were of value to you and all of the things that you think are going to make your life better and execute. Execute. All right? That's my Throwback Thursday for today. Sitting out here on the balcony, just enjoying a little bit of different scenery than in my previous place in the desert. Little clouds in the sky. It was supposed to be raining, hasn't rained. They said it was a tornado coming through. It must have went on the or a hurricane that came through. Must have been on the outskirt or closer to the water. But uh, definitely good day to be sitting out here on the balcony, just taking in some nature, and making sure that my pot that boils has something in it of substance going forward. So with that, I want to say thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate you all watching. I truly appreciate you supporting these Throwback Thursdays and in support of what you're doing. I want you to be the best at what you're doing and make the best out of what you're going to do moving forward. Because the one thing that we do know, time waits for no one, and time will not reverse if you forgot to take care of something in the moment that you should have taken care of it when you had the time. Does that make sense? If not, let it marinate on it a little bit, and then you'll come back and think about it. But we definitely want you to be well, stay conscious, stay woke. But again, if you missed this Throwback Thursday, you can definitely see it this Saturday on uh, my story, or you can go to YouTube at Rory T. Edwards on YouTube. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. But also, if you missed any Throwback Thursdays, you can also go to Rory T. Edwards. Look at my playlist now. That's what I think people said they've gone and they couldn't find them. You got to go to my channel, look in my playlist. There's a list of different ones, and you look for Throwback Thursday, or you look for any other speeches that have been done over the course of maybe the last 10 years or so, and you can get a snapshot of some of the things that I've done, some of the things that I'm currently doing, some of the things I continue to work on, but you can get a snapshot. And also for those of you who do follow me, I want you to check with us on Sunday. Check with us on Sunday. If you like it, we do a Brother Can We Talk. Brother Can We Talk with Mr. Charles Morris, the original Coach Carter, and myself. And we're doing a conversation about, the black man and what he, and now we're including the women, and what we can do to uplift one another and to move our agenda forward. Thank you, Iris. I'm trying. Zoo won yesterday. Zoo won, Rory 0. So I got to come back and make sure I win. Going forward the next few days. But we're going to get down to the beach. We're going to do a few things here while I'm on this vacation, spend a little time with my grandchildren and my daughter. So thank you all again. Don't forget, if you miss it, check it out on Saturday, or you can go to YouTube and look for Rory T. Edwards. Click on the Rory T. Edwards page and go to my playlist and look at uh, Throwback Thursdays or any other events. They're all labeled by the forum or the venue for which I was speaking in. All right, until we talk again, stay focused, stay conscious, but definitely stay woke. This your man Rory T. Edwards. I'm out. I'm going to enjoy a little bit, and what the song said. I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I want to go outside in the rain. All right, maybe we'll get a little rain here. We'll talk to you all real soon. Be well, you be safe, stay conscious, but stay woke. Rory T. Edwards, your man, is gone.